All right, Shalom. Kahalayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Much peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom. As you can see on the screen, well, Slaki, this is the brother Batak back again through the Spirit with another lesson, Lord willing, be edifying. The title of this lesson is going to be the Day of Reckoning, and the reason why for some reason that term was on my spirit. Um, basically as a lesson and to go into and just look up what it means. So as you can see, the day of reckoning, it says the time when past mistakes or misdeeds must be punished or paid for. A testing time when the degree. Hold on. Let me see. So I'm gonna just stick with the first definition. It says the time when past mistakes or misdeeds must be punished or paid for. So we're approaching each and every day that passes by. We're getting closer and closer to the day of reckoning when the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is going to make all of the inhabitants of the world that have been indulging themselves in left hand energy and wickedness. They're going to pay for their misfortunes and their deeds that they have done. Real quick precepts. Real, um, that backing that point up. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 14. It says, "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." Let's read it. The BBE says, "For it says the Most High power will be will will be judge of every work, with every secret thing, good or evil." So the day of reckoning is coming, and it's coming for two-thirds of the nation of Israel. It's coming for Esau and the other nations. That's the day of reckoning is coming for. And we, as being men of the Lord, prophets of the Heavenly Father, we're hoping that we be found in the good graces of the Lord. So when that day of reckoning does come, that we're able to escape by the thwa, the exemption from judgment. So as you can see, here goes some similar synonyms. It says judgment day, day of judgment, day of retribution, final accounting, final settlement, doomsday. Okay, it says what does life day of reckoning mean? It says day of reckoning refers to the last judgment of the Most High in so-called Christian and Islamic beliefs, during which everyone after death is called to account for their actions committed in life. Let's see, what is the meaning of reckoning in the Bible? It says definitions of the day of reckoning. New Testament: day at the end of time, following Armageddon, when God would decree the fates of all individual humans according to the good and evil of their earthly lives, which is that's going to come in the form of destruction, judgment. So the day of judgment is upon us, and it's going to come in the form of thermonuclear destruction. America, aka Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed completely because of this is the judgment that the Heavenly Father has for this place. America is going to be turned into a lake of fire. So we're approaching the times where it's going to get things are getting tighter, more prophecies are happening, more things are happening in the world. Um, Esau is starting to push his chip more. He's starting to push. World War III is coming more to the forefront, and it's escalating. So we're upon our watch, and we're watching this stuff. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk 3, no, 2 and 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it will come, surely come, it will not tarry. So the vision is being proclaimed. Everything that the prophets that have seen in the past is coming to pass now. Let's see. So we're standing upon that watchtower and we're watching the world events. We're watching what's going on in America. We're watching what's going on in the Middle East. Things are heating up. This is 2024, the day of the year of hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and things are already interesting. It's already January, man. So-called January. Things are already popping off, and the tensions in the Middle East are heating up, man. World War III is on the brink. It's continuing to escalate, and this is what we're looking forward to. This is the book of Revelations 14. I'm gonna start at 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or his image, which is his whole system, his whole beast system, America, NATO, their whole system, their religion, everything that comes with this society and what Esau's finna push on his people, which is, and it comes with the chip, it comes with AI and all of the bullshit that lesbianism, the LGBT, um, uh, freedom of religion, one world government, all of this shit is a part of Esau's system. One world currency, that's all a part of his beast system. It says, if any man worship the beast or his image and receive his mark in his right hand or his forehead, mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which is what? Righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Now, when America is going to be turned into a lake of fire, and if you want to see a good image of that, look at the movie trailer for ISS, which is International Space Station. There's a movie coming out this year about that, and it will give you a nice image of America being, or the Earth being, so-called lake of fire. Verse 11, it says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever, which means, and ever, it says, which means a long period of time, because, it's going to take a long time for that fire to die down. A great example of that is uh, the top, not the Titanic, look here, the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers was burning for months on end. It took a while for that fire to die down. You know, so the same is going to be when America is engulfed in flames. It's gonna burn for a long time until it finally gets put. I'm gonna type in some. How long did the Twin Towers burn? I'm looking this up on my other phone. Okay, it says it's just a document from the Guardian. It says ground ground zero stops burning after 100 days. So as you can see, 100 days is probably approximately 3 months. 3 months to 10 days, even though every month has 30 days or whatever. But basically approximately 3 months. So it burned for 3 months. So that lets you know that a period of time is going to pass before America actually, cools off, if you will. Verse 11 again, it says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receives his mark of his name. So here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith in Yahweh Shai. So Esau is going to continue to push out his narrative, which is going to be, that this beast system, and ultimately is going to lead the people, the populace, into taking the so-called, ain't no so-called, it's called the CHIP, if you will. So this is Revelation 19 and 20. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, that wrought miracles before him, which with which he deceived them that have received the mark of the beast. Right? Because every part of Esau's system is going to go down, including the Vatican. It says, and them that worshipped his image, these both were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone. So that lake of fire, Slakia, that lake of fire is going to be how a lot of people is going to die. And it's going to come because of the thermonuclear missiles are going to hit America and several other places like Israel and destroy them completely. This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, which is Esau, all of you Edomites, with the exception of a few, because you got to bring your nation back. We got to have slaves. It says, yea, all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, which means what? You're going to be burned up. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said Yahweh of hosts, which means what? Lord of the armies. Ultimately, one of the forms of the armies of Yahweh Bashim Shah's army is those missiles. If you read the Joel, the second chapter, that shall leave them neither root nor branch. So you're not coming back into power, because if you take up a plant by the roots, it's never going to grow back. But if you just cut it off, it can grow back. So the Lord says He's not going to leave you neither root nor a branch, man. That means you devils are not going to regrow. There's never going to be another time, another renaissance for you Edomites, man. No more renaissance. No more rebirth. Because that's what the word renaissance means. You're going to be going into slavery up under the nation of Israel, ultimately up under Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, which is what? The day of Jacob's trouble, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Now, one key point that Apostle Duhar had mentioned is Jacob's trouble is also Esau's trouble, because ultimately, when Esau makes his move, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is going to make his move, man. So basically, the Lord is going to checkmate you devils, man. As soon as you make your move, the Lord going to make his move. And that's going to be the day of reckoning. Let's see. Checkmate meaning. So the word checkmate says to block completely, to check a chess opponent's king, so that the escape is impossible. So guess what? You're not going to escape, Esau. It says, what does it mean if someone says checkmate? Checkmate is a chess move that makes it impossible for your opponent to win. And it's impossible for Esau to win, because it was predestinated for, ultimately the things that Esau did was so-called was predestinated for him to take over and to rule for a period of time, just like the other heathen nations. But what Esau does not understand, he believes that his kingdom is going to go on forever. But how can a kingdom go on forever in wickedness? There has never been a kingdom that went on forever in wickedness, and there never will be. But there will be a kingdom that will uh, continue on forever in righteousness, and that's what Esau would never get a parent's chance to, see, because ultimately all the Edomites are going to be done away with. So Jeremiah 30 and 7, Lord willing, that happens this year. A lot of things are happening this year, so we looking forward to these things manifesting. Jacob's trouble manifesting. We don't know how exactly it's going to go, but Lord willing, this be the year, and it's looking promising, man. It's looking promising, but we can't get our hopes up too high, because we don't know exactly where that day when that day is going to come. This is Job 30 and 7 verse the BBE. It says, ha, for that day is great, that there is none like it, no day like it. It is the time of Jacob's trouble, but he will get salvation from it, which is ultimately the elect is going to get salvation, because 2/3 are going to die. This is the NLT. It says, in all history there has never been such a time of terror, because that's what the Lord is going to bring upon the earth. He's going to bring terror upon his own people, the 2/3. It says, it will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in their end they will be saved. So like Apostle Tar said, Jacob's trouble is also Esau's trouble, because that's when the Lord ultimately is going to unleash what he has in store for you. And that Miami incident, whether that be Project Bluebeam, whatever, um, um, or whether it was real apparitions that the Most High made manifest. That's only the tip of the iceberg. The Lord is going to have a lot of things come upon Babylon that are going to be very strange, man. A lot of things are going to happen that's out of the ordinary, because ultimately the Lord is unleashing. He's unleashing His wrath. He's been holding back, but there's going to come a time where it's going to get fucking horrible out here. It's going to be death left and right. People getting put to death left and right. So it's going to be a very horrible time, man. You're going to hear gunshots in the distance, you know? People, women screaming, men screaming, screaming because they're scared, screaming because they're in pain, screaming because they're shot in agony. Hey, it's going to get horrible out here. But we're going to have our loins girded up and believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Al Shah and even unto the end, man. Because it's finna get bad. And we're expecting it. All of these movies, post-apocalyptic movies, personally, I love those type of movies. You know, it reminds me of the days that's coming. It's going to be like the Book of Eli out here, even worse than that. Going to be hell on earth, man. The Lord is going to unleash hell upon the day of reckoning, man. And martial law is going to be in the streets. Martial law meaning martial law involves the temporary substitution of military authority for civilian rule, and is usually invoked in a time of war. So even if America goes to war, what do you think is going to happen? Martial law, rebellion, or a natural disaster. When martial law is in effect, the military commander of an area or country has unlimited authority to make and enforce laws. So if they inhibit martial law and if they execute martial law and they say the military commander says, "Oh, everybody has to get a chip," what you think is going to be law? They're going to enforce that. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to take you to a chipping station and chip your ass, man. You know, it's going to be mandatory. It's going to be mandatory, draconian legislation. So it already says the commander of the area he has unlimited authority. That means he has the power to do what the hell he wants to do. So if he says everybody got to get a chip, guess what he's going to pass on down? That order. And if people don't get it, they're going to be beheaded. So we got to be prepared, to sacrifice everything, man, everything, including our lives, man, for Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, and stay faithful to Him, you know, until the very end, because the time is going to get very bad. But 2/3 are going to die, but the elect ultimately are going to be delivered and saved. So with that, man, the day of reckoning is coming. Lord willing, it starts this year and or end this year, um, or starts this year, going on to next year. Who knows, man? We don't know. But Lord willing, it be this year. It begins this year and ends this year. Who knows what's in store when we get later on in the year? It's already looking promising. So I just wanted to make this quick lesson about the day of reckoning, which means the day of doomsday. The day of doom for who? For Esau. Because ultimately, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, will return and put a complete cherry on the top when it comes to Esau. The Lord is going to unleash several other things before that, but Yahweh Shai is going to finish it. So with that, I'm going to close out with Lord willing. This quick lesson was edifying through the Spirit. I'm going to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who really teach well. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.